Hi everyone. In the following review, I'll be referring to the grandmother of the story as Etna, but in fact her character name is Edna. So apologies for being a twat. Hi everyone, Big Pauly back for a brand new episode of Big Pauly Talks Movies. Yes, today I want to talk about a little horror film that I watched last night called Relic from 2020. So yes, let's have a discussion. Okay, so this was a really interesting film, very effective. I wouldn't really put it into the horror category. It's more of a thriller and a look on human life. Now, this film stars Emily Mortimer as Kay, the mother. It stars Robin Nevin as the grandmother, Etna, and also Bella Heathcote as the daughter, Sam. And what it is, there's this big old house like in the middle of nowhere, in the kind of an old mansion in the forest, and the daughter and the mother go to this house where their mother lives. It's a big old creaky house. She's lived there alone for many years. And they discover that she's actually gone missing, and it even gets to the point of contacting the police, reporting her as missing. And then one evening she just appears in the kitchen, making a cup of tea like nothing's happening. Now there's some really truly creepy stuff going on around this house. She looks creepy as she is. But this is more than a horror thriller. This is not about a haunted house. This is not about ghostly figures, although I will touch on that in a minute because there is some creepy imagery in the film. This is about Etna. This is about dementia and how it consumes you and destroys you from the inside out. It's a very interesting take. There's a lot of things going on around this house, and there's a lot of like black mold appearing in the ceilings, in the walls, and that black mold I think actually represents like the dementia that it's destroying its surroundings. I look at this, I don't know if everybody looked at this the same way, but I look at this big old house that she's in as Etna's mind. There's lots of rooms representing memories. Some are overfilled, overflowing, all of jumble, mixed up, like mixed up memories and things like that and experiences. This black mold that you see around the house is the dementia taking over Etna's mind. Sometimes we'll get to see Etna as she is, she recognises her granddaughter, and everything seems as perfectly normal, and she starts talking about some good times, and then we see a really aggressive side to her and a snappy side to her like you would get with a dementia sufferer. And of course it's affecting both the mother and the granddaughter as well. Now the scenes where the granddaughter gets stuck in all these corridors in the house. She's just like walking down a corridor and it turns another way. The walls are decaying. There's lots of banging in the house. And she climbs through a wall. The ceiling's coming down on her. It's kind of being inside Etna's mind. It's shrinking down the memories of the granddaughter. And to the point where maybe the granddaughter is so consumed in this house that she'll no longer exist in Etna's mind. Now, it must be difficult to do a film about dementia. Normally, you'd have a film where You just have a couple of family members, and we'll just see changes in that person on the exterior. We never really see what's going on inside and how it's manifesting itself. So this is a very interesting and entertaining way to bring out that evil disease so that we can see it physically, and to see what kind of turmoil is happening inside this woman's mind. The scenes that creeped me out quite a bit in the film were this sudden appearance of these black humanoid shadows lurking everywhere in the house, whether it be on the corner of a door. You just see a little glimpse, and they're gone, turning a corner, or behind someone. So it actually did give me goosebumps and give me the shivers a little bit. And you never know when to expect it, and you're not really told what these black figures are or what relation they have to the film. I guess it's to tell us that this disease is there. It's always there wherever you go. It's just around the corner. But it never really truly sinks in exactly what connection these black ghostly looking figures are for. I just want to touch a little bit on the ending of the film without giving anything away. It gets to the point at the end where it's kind of revealing, and it's very difficult to explain. I guess it's a case of them peeling back the layers of this horrible disease, and all that you're left with when you have this disease is just a shell of someone that you used to know and someone that you love. And it's just the bare them, without the fight, and just waiting to go. So that is a very striking ending, an incredibly striking ending. And the film is filled with sadness, from the family point of view, with the granddaughter and the mother. And to see this old lady losing everything, losing her memories, and it's horrible. It's a horrible, evil disease, and it was told beautifully. It was told beautifully in this film, and I don't know of any other film that has this storytelling to explain to someone that doesn't understand, or to someone that doesn't experience it in their family, to kind of shed some light and say this is what it's like deep down. Even on the cover here, as it says at the bottom, everything decays, and you can see on this side of the cover we have all the black mold creeping towards Etna. But yeah, it's a really great film. I don't want to say the term really enjoyed it, because it was a very creepy, it was nerve shredding at times. There were scenes where I was on the edge of my seat. It's entertaining, revealing, but it's also sad, and you realise that it can happen to anybody, and when it does happen, it's truly horrible. Now, the visuals in the film were fantastic. Most of the film is set around this creepy old house. It wasn't exactly Addams Family Mansion type of creepiness, but it's a modern house, but it looks old. The visuals were really great. The corridor scenes with the granddaughter were very enclosing and very claustrophobic, and quite unsettling, maybe for someone that doesn't like enclosed spaces, but it was really effective. The house had its creepy personality, noises everywhere, banging in the walls, creeping in the ceiling. I did watch the film late at night, which is probably not always a good idea, in a darkened room. But what I missed was the audio, because the picture was really good. It was Blu-ray, but the audio would have really kicked it up a step, because I didn't have the full surrounds. So I can only imagine about the banging and the creepiness. The surrounds probably would have been working overtime, and it would have been a lot more unsettling. But I hope to do that again, to watch that again at some point, to get the full impact of the audio, because I can only imagine what the audio is like on this film with full surrounds. Picture quality was good. It was in Blu-ray. Most of it is in the darkened house, so we do get a few scenes outside of the house in the forest, which looks really nice. Now, there are some extras on here. This is the standard UK Blu-ray, which comes in a slip case and also comes with a black slim case, which is really nice. So, extras, we have the London Film Festival 2020, Natalie Erica James intro and QA. Now, Natalie Erica James is the director, the writer and director of the film. First time writer and director. So we can only imagine we're going to see some really great stuff from her coming. It's hosted by Michael Blythe with interviews, a Relic shoot time-lapse, behind the scenes, lost and stunts. And Natalie Erica James actually did experience dementia in her family, and she took those experiences and wrapped it up and made a movie of it. And the best way that she could describe how this disease affects a person and their family as well. Now, the film is only 94 minutes long, and it was the perfect length. At times it did feel a little bit longer, but 94 minutes is perfect. Nothing dragged. The storytelling was great. The acting was superb, especially from Robin Nevin, who played Etna, the grandmother. She was absolutely fantastic. She pretty much stole the entire film, but the other cast members were really great as well. The aspect ratio is 240:1, so you do get the black bars, and the sound is 5.1, which, as I say, I'd like to experience the 5.1 soundtrack. So yes, all in all, that was Relic from 2020, so it's not that old. As I say, the slipcover, you get a nice slipcover there, nice slim Blu-ray case, and you get some art as well on the disc. So a nice little package. So how would I rate Relic on a scale of 1 to 10? I'm actually going to give it 8 big Paulies out of 10. Yeah, I thought it was a really well told story. Really revealed this horrible disease and gave us a great insight into what someone may be going through with it and the family going through with it. But I thought it was a really well told film. And finally, just to wrap up, I have to say that I am thankful that this story has been told, but I am thankful that I personally have never had to endure this and watch a family member go through it. Probably a lot of people have, a lot of my viewers probably have, and all I can say is I am so grateful that when we lost Mama Bowman, we lost Mama Bowman as Mama Bowman, because I think I would have been totally devastated, like many people, if this had happened to Mum. So there we go. That is my review for Relic from 2020. I hope you enjoyed the review. Like the video by giving it some thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Stick down in the comments. Have you seen the film? Did you enjoy the film? Have you had a family member that's been affected by dementia and this horrible disease? Just stick down in the comments. Let's have a little chat. And yeah, I hope to see you on the next video very soon. Bye!